Well, hello, we are back. I imagine a lot of you stuck on the stream, so welcome back. But if you have tuned in fresh for the North American portion of the show, welcome to ECS Season 7. We're coming at you live from Santa Monica, California, and we have the semi-finals to play. I say semi-finals plural, but it would just be one today, and we're going to play the next North American semi-final tomorrow. But let's take a quick look and remind you all of how things go down here at ECS. Season 7 in particular. This is new in this season. As you can see, single elimination best of 3. So we build a storyline throughout the week and it all culminates in the finals. And for week 3, the winners will qualify to the ECS Season 7 finals at Wembley, the SSE Arena in London. Now, after this week, in the remaining weeks, it'll be about accruing money. And each placement that you get, depending on where you place, quarterfinal finish, semi-final finish, you build up cash. And the teams with the most cash will fill out the remaining slots as we conclude the online season. Now, let's take a look at today's brackets and see where things stand here in North America. You can see yesterday we had Furia dominating Space Station, Luminosity with a victory against Singularity, proving that they're the more experienced team.
They were. Against Singularity was they showed a lot of potential, but again, the inexperience and the Luminosity kind of just fell away and kind of carried away towards the end there.
You see INTZ against ATK. Interesting one, ATK showed some promise, but again, a battle of experience there, and their T sides were really too weak, and ultimately they were unable to capitalize, which leads us to see Bad News Bears be defeated by Cloud9, and obviously giving us our semi-finals best of 3. So today we'll do Furia Luminosity. There it is. Beautiful fixture. Just that one, nothing else. That's where the focus goes. And I think with this Brazilian standoff, there's a lot of play. So the domestic matchup, and within that, things always get a little bit weird. With Furia, things always get a little bit weird because they're a very innovative team. I mean that in a good way. And lastly, I think I said domestic matchup already. I want to say domestic matchup again because the players will know each other so well, and some of the tendencies that presumably that we'll see some funky stuff where there's this kind of meta within a vacuum in a sense.
I know Luminosity has been around probably or more known to us a lot longer than Furia, but Furia, in my opinion, have established themselves as the second best team in Brazil. I think they still have a little bit of ways to go to beat, take over MIBR, but the potential's there. They have hard work, and as you said, they're innovative. They come up with new things. I've learned some new smokes and flashes from them and their teamwork, and they have a very explosive play style sometimes. They're able just to run and gun and get in your face, and that's that can be pretty powerful tool. I think one of their biggest weaknesses, though, are in high tense pressure situations when there's a lot on the line. Maybe they start to doubt themselves. Maybe they get a little nervous. I don't know. They got to find that comfort zone in the pressure. I mean, everyone's going to feel a little nervous. We're human. We have emotions. It's just how it is, unless you're a sociopath. But that's not the point. Point B is you have to learn to control it, and so hopefully in time they're able to control the nerves, or not to lose. That mentality.
Maybe the best Counter-Strike players are sociopaths.
They could
which
be.
Which ones are sociopaths? I feel like that's not something I've ever thought about.
If you're playing a championship match and you have a 50 beat heart rate, that's not normal. You should be like, it should be pumping. It should be pumping.
That's interesting. Well, let's check out the vetoes here. See what the landscapes will be for these two teams. Now, Train is going to be eliminated, as will Nuke be. Cash is the pick there for Luminosity, the pick of Inferno for Furia. Dusty Mirage. A lot of these open maps getting knocked out, but we are left with Overpass as the third. So interesting. I feel like Furia all the way. I think they're just the better team in every sense.
Usually, but then again, as you said before, it's two teams from Brazil. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they practice against each other a little bit to where they kind of know a little more tendencies than other teams and stuff like that. So it could be a little wild. A lot of cool anti-stratting where you see, why is that guy just standing there in the open like that? Well, anti-strats.
Well, let's just go with the predictions. I mean, Mr. Bartle's still not here, so we'll just have to make up something for him.
He said he'd be here.
I get to go first because I'm the host. So
okay, go ahead. You go
I will
first.
pick Furia because as already mentioned, I think they're the better team in this one and less prone to making mistakes in this series.
I'm going to go with Furia too. Feel like Luminosity sometimes is pretty inconsistent, and Furia they're just really good right now.
And the Slickster, where do you stand?
Yeah, I'm with you guys as well, Furia.
Okay.
Is this going to be our first unanimous? No, because Bardoff is going with Luminosity.
He's going with Luminosity. He loves,
we know that.
He loves
we know
watching
that
Luminosity.
He's the biggest fan of the Twins.
He has a few Luminosity jerseys.
That's cool.
He's a fan. And
I bet.
Let's check out the Pinnacle predictions. We've got 70% for Furia and 30% for Luminosity. Again, I feel like that's pretty fair. More or less, it represents what we've been setting up with the discussion. So there you go. And if you want to get yourself on some juicy odds, maybe there's some juice to be had here. As we said, domestic matchup, you never know what's going to happen. Check out Pinnacle.com. They are the ECS betting sponsor for this season. And with that said, we can start really kind of doing a bit more of a deep dive with the matchup. And one thing that's going to be called is creeks.
You want to see some of those, don't you?
Queserato, creeks, and Zeus's. What's the plural of Zeus's? Zeus?
Zeusai.
The Zeusai. I like it.
Zeusai.
Zeusai. I want to see some Zeusai, creeks, and Queserato.
I made that up. As you can figure it out, Abel. Okay. It looks like a complete 180 from the last match we just cast. Is fast, explosive. Luminosity is going to be rushing this B-bomb site. But Yuri's going to try to sneak back here, and they don't even check that spot. Didn't they just see him go there? But it doesn't matter because Yuri's getting kills. He's staying alive, but then finally gets taken out. But has the damage been done, Dan?
Yes, indeed. Damage may have been done. Henny, though, saving things, getting a nice 2K. Abel up on the bomb sites, understands, or surely will soon, that they're just going to... Why would they run at him? Why not just guarantee a bomb plant? But they're being cheeky. They're being cheeky little buggers, and they're going through towards the Z connector. And this is so funny. They're going to just hit him run past. Now the question is, do they go back to V? Yes, they do. This is actually hilarious. The funny thing is, it's kind of unnecessary. You kind of get the same result both ways. But it's cool. And we like stuff that's cool. That's what we're about. So Abel will make his way up, and the crossfire here is going to be very difficult to deal with. Abel's going to have to just know, and that had to be a one-bullet frag. That had to be a one-bullet kill. But Nekis and Henny get it done. Nice save from Luminosity, and as you mentioned, I did like the play from Yuri around drip. I'm not sure if everyone calls it that, but
I call it drip.
Okay, drip. Yeah, you see that little drip in the right corner. Yeah, so that box, although it's just a corner behind a box, is actually a very strong position, because especially in gun rounds, because you can do things like if a team's trying to really hammer that B bomb site, if you just drop a smoke there if they try to molly it, and that slows them down so much, because unless they have the HEs to throw there, which sometimes they won't, it's like it just can't quite get to that player. Buys enormous amounts of time. It's very annoying to deal with.
Yeah. Definitely a silly angle, and Lucas shooting them up a little bit towards that team middle smoke, and he'll get a second kill before being taken out by Yuri. Bolts, though, he's got his back after he died, though, but he still exchanged the kill, and able to sneak, but steal, checks his back, looks behind him.
That's like one of those things where it's like you're in Abel's position. You're like, why did you turn around? You literally were just standing there. You were just standing there. Why are you looking there?
That's what I do in pugs. I'm literally doing 360s because I have no idea where people are at sometimes.
Yeah.
Comms are a little low on pugs. I'm literally 360ing up cat.
It feels like you need a rear view mirror. So just attach like rear view mirrors onto your head.
But I don't like to look in the past.
Well, that sounds like a magical rear view mirror, because I don't know if don't know how the rear view mirrors work on your car, but I don't think they're still in the present on mine.
A couple seconds, but anyways, little default. Luminosity spread out. Nika's here on the boost, trying to clear close, doesn't spot anyone. The sandbags, Queserato getting taken out. That's a hard shot from Nika's to hit. Usually sandbag person has an advantage in that angle. Still gets taken out. Luke is taking out Abel. Luminosity coming out, fist swinging. I'm going to slow it down and hold the middle. Let's see if Furia does anything wild.
Really nice off angle here. Oh!
Okay.
Lucas breaking the time continuum himself with that peak. Doesn't make any sense, by the way, but that was
Maybe it does make
there.
sense. I don't know. In some reality, it makes sense.
It's a nice pick from Vinny. That's actually going to slow things down enormously. Although bolts just we're seeing a lot of just wide peaks, wide peaks on wide peaks. Another one. I think this round was just mostly wide peaks, without the assist of relevant utility, perhaps.
They're sending a message. We're confident. We're going to out-aim you. Or we didn't practice and we don't know our nades. So take it what you will. This is professional CS. So I'm going to just go with they're trying to throw the confidence game at Furia. Set the tone early. Put fear in their hearts. Make them hesitate. Little things like that. It adds up.
Certainly does. Now, little pop there from Arts. PT50 not really finding anything. And just Deagles here for the TT side. Furia looking to see what they can find. It's not all that much. It's one of those rounds where your objective is damage and you're hoping to get lucky, find a good timing. And they have a couple of smokes, so they do want to make things uncomfortable for Luminosity. So the smokes are really punishing against teams that take it too slow. Luminosity, though, not having that problem. They're just forcing the issue here.
Oh.
Playing the fork position with those pistols, very strong. Okay, now things are getting a bit awkward. Frags will be exchanged. Arts, though, forced out because of the Molotov. Oh, that's getting really dangerous. No 1D for Yuri, and that will be the round over with. That was getting a little bit hairy there.
Yeah, Art survived for so long at Fork. He had 10 HP for a while there. Or a little bit above 10 HP. And the Molotovs, he can shot at, can spam at by at least 2 different people. He does manage to only get 1. Now the AWP is coming out for Furia. And 5 rifles from Luminosity. I mean, why buy an AWP when you don't have rifles, so. Art with a good spawn.
Oh.
The shot does not connect. You hate to see those kind of things happen. Easy kill, served on a silver platter for you. Doesn't get easier than that in Pro CS, but didn't connect. Oh, I just wanted to click. But Lucas here is going to try to... Oh, he's in the snack spot. And again, Art misses a shot, but he hits the hard one through the smoke. Finally claiming his game.
Such a good position there. Boosted up on top of the crates. It's really strong. You got a tiny headshot angle. Get some Molotovs coming in there from Luminosity as they try to take the A bombs. So they're playing pretty good T side so far. The last round's again a bit hairy, but Yuri still up on that box until the last possible moment, and it's up to Bolts and Henny now to save bomb sites in Queserato. Queserato is a player that has a lot of hype around him at the moment. The star of Furia. He'll be taken down by Bolts though, and an important smoke to. So that smoke kind of effectively he throws that and it pops, and as it pops, he kind of is peeking, and it's because with that smoke normally you'd expect to see the plants. So that's normally a moment where CT is like, oh, we can move forwards now. So then you peek as they're running, and you hopefully get the advantage in the kill that way, make it a 1v1. That's the idea.
It's the small things in the game, you know, like these little nuances and mind game, third level thinking. You have to do it, and unfortunately, Furia was too smart for that, and they knew that Bolts probably does not like to, you know, plan this situation. Maybe just likes to peek.
Like a peek.
We're playing event setup here. No, double highway for Furia. They're just going to spot middle. Luminosity are smoking out Z and Molotov and White Box. Kind of giving the illusion that they're taking over middle, but so far they haven't done much with it. Working towards A now. Pretty standard stuff at T side. Open squeaky door, trying to split, but Steel and Nekis both come out with 2 kills on top. good rotational punish from Luminosity. If you're able to abuse those mid-rotates, it can be very difficult as a CT to find information in that mid-round. But it doesn't matter for Kiserato because he's going to get the kill.
Kiserato.
Leet. You have to say leet. Kiserato leet.
Smoke on the cross. Bomb flash, he has to go with that, I think. Because of the flames on the bomb site, it forces him out. Kiserato is done.
Nice Molotov usage by Luminosity so far. You've seen a lot of rounds and situations already where they'll double Molotov 2 different areas and then, hey, let's just peek off that. Very simple, but very effective. And you can do that a lot in this map, especially in the middle where CTs can push up, get right under the boost, or left middle under vent. So you have to, as you say, limit the odds to where...
I just caused an avalanche in the studio.
Oh, that's great.
That's my fault, guys.
I don't remember what I was saying anymore.
My water bottle fell over and it knocked over about 3 other things. Amazing.
Oh yeah, eliminate the odds. You go to a choke point where you have to look at 6 different angles. You molly off 2, you smoke another. Now you're only looking at 3 angles. Stuff like that, which you have to know and be able to do it in the snap of the fingers, lightning quick in this game.
Indeed. Indeed, it's all about understanding how to make things safe and to find the advantage. And then to take it. And never let
do
go.
it together. It's teamwork.
Good shot from Yuri in middle, and Furia start to pressure, or feel the pressure towards A. Another Deagle comes in. It starts to get a bit worrying. You need to get position on the map. Here, Nekis tries to force that, but he can't really, as he does get taken down, so they lose the position that he was trying to gain, and now it gets really bad. 40 seconds. There's time to work this still. They have the bomb. They don't have to commit to the A bomb site. They could go back.
Shroud boost. Do it. Yes!
Nice.
Such a smart play. I love it from Luminosity. That's a huge pick, but still, they're surrounded by Furia, and Yuri decides to push through smoke. They know where the last person bolts, knows where Vinny is at. Oh no. Oh no.
So close.
Fine.
So it's almost interesting that they didn't decide to go back to B straight away, but I guess because maybe they don't know where one of the players is, although either way, Bolts, he's looking for this ace now as he goes for the bomb plant. He'll have just enough time. He had about 1 second to spare there. 3.5 seconds to plant the bomb. Vinny pushes forwards, and the flick comes in. Bolts doesn't get it off the first try. That Kevlar really saving Vinny, but playing the headshot position now. Bolts elevates himself to see more of the body of Vinny, and he gets a tag down to
HP.
1, and Bolts picks up the clutch, the ace. The round for Luminosity, 6-1 for them now, as Furia have a lot of money, sure, but they need those rounds, and here comes the tactical to figure that out.
I like this. We haven't been seeing enough timeouts so far in ECS. Since I've been casting, we've seen here and there, but early timeouts is what I haven't been seeing a lot, and here's one. I mean, you're down 1-6. It's a good chance to, you're buying. It could be a pivotal round. And you don't want Luminosity to kind of run away with his half. Cash can be pretty two-sided at times, and, you don't want to face yourself seeing a 12-3 half.
Yeah.
So just try to slow it down, ice the kicker, and just try to figure out how to break this Luminosity offense. And I think double opping is going to be the key. We've seen this throughout the years, all through version CS. Like the last resort for a lot of people's CT sides are double ops, maybe even triple off sometimes if you're feeling really cheeky. But it's just so hard to sometimes deal with it, and it's always a good run one. A guaranteed win round sometimes if they don't know you're double offing.
Yes, y'all. Another mid boost in though, and heads are spotted. And Abel, how long does he stay in that position? Nekis wanted to throw the molly, but he didn't want to expose himself for that long, so he falls back. And that might be the opportunity gone. Maybe not, because there it goes. And Abel's ready with the smoke. Beautiful, love it. Why would you use a smoke on that? Well, it creates so much delay because there's a player there. How do you deal with him? You want mid. Now you're spending loads of time trying to take mid. Your plan has The plan that you wanted has been denied, and things get awkward. You see so many players here around mid. 4 players here for Furia are on mid. They've abandoned the A bomb site. What an awesome response from them.
That's what happens when you don't have a smoke. You get mollied out and pushed out, as you saw right there. If you play sandbags, you need a smoke. And hopefully a team like Luminosity won't double Molotov you and flush you out.
This would be ridiculous for Yuri to win this. I actually feel like Furia had a pretty good chance of winning the mid engagement.
Oh yeah, I thought Furia was going to win that round for sure because of how much pressure they had, how much damage Luminosity was. A lot of their players were low, but they still managed to find kills. And Bolts, though, he's 15-2.
Oh damn! Didn't even notice. A quiet 15-2.
You know, just a couple 3Ks, ace. Why not? And Bolts, there's always rumors or not rumors, but always talks in the air. Like Bolts, the last like 3 years that I've seen him play, he's always been a very strong player, very, you know, a contender to be one of the best in Brazil. But every time he'd go on MIBR or SK, whatever, he always underperformed, wasn't used to his best ability. So I'm kind of thinking, how do you put him, like maybe in a system like that where he won't digress once you join them? And so it kind of set him back a little bit in terms of, you know, he's one of the best players in Brazil, but he's always kind of it's hard to find his identity as that player in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, had some ups and downs in his career for sure, and it's a nice push there coming in from Ice. He's all on AK. He's not slowing down anytime soon. It's a 5v2. 3. He doesn't have to do anything else. There's no pressure on Art to do anything else, but he's going to get more.
More.
And it went from a spot where maybe there was a chance to, well, Arts and T-spawn. So I don't know how you describe that, but I wouldn't describe it positively. The fact that Lucas has to go and try to find Art in T-spawn and then gets shot straight, or Bolts and gets shot straight in the face, it already tells you how paralyzed they are based off of the aggressions of Furia. Paralysis sets in. And Lucas has not moved a muscle in a long time. Finally takes down Art, but traded out. And there it is, 2-7. Is this the start of something for Furia?
Very possible. The money on Luminosity is not that great as you think it'd be for being up so many rounds. They're able to buy out a lot of the utility, but no ops on Luminosity, and they're pretty much down to a majority of them under $1,000 at this point. So Furia, I feel like a lot of times are a very momentum team. It seems like that's a pretty common thing for Brazilian teams. They play off emotion, they play off of, you know, each other a lot of times. So this could be a good start for Furia to start making a comeback here.
Indeed. Another mid take from Luminosity. I'm enjoying how much they're focusing on that. They're trying to build from it. This round, Furia decided to kind of give it to them, and that's okay because as long as you respond elsewhere on the map, it's okay to lose middle. That's not okay though. Vinny will die around the toxic barrels. Okay, Serato will try to get a look in here as Art holds down the side. That almost looked on top of things here, looking for those very tight shots, and he connects one. Art's looking unstoppable here on the A-bomb site, and Yuri goes down from the P to Z connector, and now it's up to Henny to creep in, and this is very difficult to able to evade the barrels, but Art's on points. 3 kills for him. He looks so confident. He looks really confident.
Yeah, you can tell by just him re-peaking consistently at the highway, and so that's one of the problems when you're facing a double op setup. Again, you try working these like slow, or not really slow default, but let's say a strat without smokes and flashes, as you saw Luminosity try to take highway with pretty much minimal utility, and Art just had a field day. Like you have to make the oppers uncomfortable, smoke, flash, pushing back, or at least time it to where you exchange a kill immediately.
Rush B. That's the name of the game. And the Orcs will hit a nice pace there, like a metronome. Abel.
1 HP, pad those stats.
Abel drop the beats.
Like people who talk about stats and you look at their stats, they have like 15 eco kills. So come on, guys, come on. You really bragging about that? Did you forget 3 rounds ago you're holding W when they're on Glocks? Sorry, I just ranted. A little angry.
Alright. 2 orbs here for Furia will continue. And it has been successful. It does seem to be the resurgence, that the rejuvenation they were looking for. I really like this angle. These deep early mid peaks with the AWP. Well, when there's a world where you leave if you don't feel like the team has a faster default. What you do, I saw Skadoodle doing this years ago, and I like started to copy it in pugs, and it's really fun in pugs. But you just leave, you don't smoke it straight away, and you just walk into that deep angle with an AWP. It's pretty strong.
What is going on? That was so much damage.
Yeah, Abel's down on 2, but look at that. You don't expect an AWP to be here.
No, you don't.
And it's really difficult to deal with. There's AWP picks up another one, and there's one more in store for him. It could be as we have Nekis working that useless area. Doesn't feel like he can push, and the rest of his team is now on the A bomb site. Vinny's there, and Arch doesn't stop, man. This guy is really playing very well now with that AWP, but the A bomb site's gone. They don't have the bomb though. Oh no! What? And I don't think the CTs realize this actually. So this is quite an unusual situation.
He missed a shot. Oh no! That was an opportunity to bring it on to a 3-on-1.
They surely have to go back towards B. They haven't seen the bomb. The Furia, that is. Yuri surely will rotate now, surely. But he's going to be a bit too slow. Here's the smoke.
So maybe the bomb in middle was a blessing in disguise.
Perhaps it was. And now they have a 2v3 after plant against 2 AWPs. But now it's a 1v3. That changes everything. Oh, it's over. It is well over. 4 kills on Art. This guy, he's just turning up. Last couple rounds, well, last few rounds, he's been lighting them up now. He's been on the AWP.
Yeah, showing that you're gonna Luminosity. You're gonna have to start adding some ops to your game. But again, it's not a very good buy for Luminosity. They're on a 4-round losing bonus. But look at, they had the force buy. They have 0. They have 2 smokes and a flash. That's it for utility. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something a little simpler, like a 4-1, 5-0, and it looks like right here they're charging towards A. You know, when you're low on utility, use bodies, use numbers instead. You know, it can work that way.
And you want speed as well, so contacts can be really useful, but there's a cross smoke, and that's a slow one to bloom actually. You'll see it takes a while. That's actually not the cross smoke. It's the site smoke. Try to trade out here. Art's still alive though by Squeak. He's got smokes all over the place.
Oh,
nice
wow.
Peek from Lucas. I wonder if he even saw Art. And I don't think this retake is happening here. 2 versus 4, and it was, we talked about speed. It was so fast.
It's explosive, very explosive.
That rotation can't get there in time to even help.
And that's a good change-up that we saw from Luminosity. I mean, it's good to be able to switch it up like that, having an explosive play where you keep it simple. You know, you don't always have to have smoke flash for every single execute, but you got to know what are the strengths and weaknesses of doing a strat like this. You send 4-1 people in there, it's a risk because 1, you don't know how many people are stacked there, and 2, if they have a bunch of Molotovs, which you actually saw Furia start laying down on the execute, that slows everything down, and by the time they're gone, you have no more nades to re-engage the site. But fortunately for Luminosity, they just hit some incredible shots. Especially, I think it was Lucas on fork right through the Molotov. I mean, it was really hard to see from the forklift angle, but it paid off. Ooh, I like this.
Maybe they sacrificed one too many players to chase there because they don't have enough money for Henny.
Yeah.
And we're almost at the end of the first half between these teams. And It's going to be interesting to see if Furia can actually like win all these remaining rounds and make things turn around, because their performance after the first, I would say like 6-7 rounds, they start to look really different. And look at this boost, the counter boost. The CTs are all over this. They know exactly what's going on. The flanks are in. Yuri just has to play delay here. And if he picks up this kill, boom, smoke. Is he have a smoke? No, he doesn't have a smoke. Looking for the next kill. Pushes forwards. He can get more here as the nades start to rain. It took a lot of time for them to get on top of this. Players coming out of the vents. Is the timing good? Oh, the lineup's there for K Shirato. He picks up a double, and they lose only Yuri. He did so much by himself, delaying by Trip.
Yeah, that's definitely really frustrating if you're Luminosity. You have pretty much an upper pinned up by the drip area, and you still can't capitalize. And it takes so much utility, so much effort from your whole team to get rid of this person. This allows Furia to reposition themselves, rotate, and flank as well. So, like, you have to be able to convert on those kills once you trap and once you put them in the spot where they have nowhere to go.
Big push from Art here, taking over A main. They were not expecting that one. Very brave stuff. Furia, a very bold and brave team, not afraid of anyone. And they've got, I think, bomb control actually. I think the bomb is it in A main?
Yeah.
Down the stairs.
I don't think they see it, yeah.
Because they don't see it.
And you kind of see the confidence of Furia. They're just wide swinging. They're peeking now. You know, looks like there's a little more pep in their step. Steel, though, will kill Art. We try to push through the smoke.
Yuri's, look at this, yeah. What do you do about that? That's the bomb spotted. Bolts in the 1 versus 4. With an orb posted up on the angle. No utility. Walks into it. 7-8. So Furia, they win almost all the remaining rounds. And they've made this quite competitive. They look really scary. This is surely going to be an exciting, explosive finish. Stay with us. We'll go for a quick break.
Nobody's gonna hold your hand when it comes to healing. Nobody's gonna understand why you still feel the way you do.
Furia.
We're back.
They seem to be unstoppable all of a sudden. They picked up the orbs, and then there was no more Luminosity. But
I think what's impressive about that comeback from Furia pretty much is that they were down 1-7, and they just changed their game mentality and just started getting aggressive, started peeking, and started working, and it's pretty cool to see that they're able to turn off a switch like that.
Okay, do you push the smoke balls? No, you don't. No, you bloody well don't. You chill, you let it happen. You accept your fates.
Just let it happen.
Not much you can do.
Just let it happen.
Got guaranteed this plant is always very nice. Another smoke on Vinny, actually. There's actually only one Kevlar on Able. Everybody else bought up utility.
What the heck?
Love that.
I didn't even realize that.
Because that smoke there is insanely powerful. Here, resmoke, 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 resmoke. Well, the resmoke, there's no resmoke, doesn't matter. Because they go CTs and they get absolutely blasted into space.
Oh my goodness, I love that pistol strat. That smoke, that smoke.
They even saved a smoke. Didn't even need all of them.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize they had so many nades.
Smoke, smoke.
I'm surprised they all pushed through that smoke instead of maybe going around or...
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing about it, isn't it? Because it kind of funnels you no matter what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
You only need one person really to watch that smoke. He's probably, well, he should be getting the kill. So it's, yeah, it's pretty strong. I like it. People don't understand sometimes. I think like quite how strong that smoke is.
Oh, I saw it. I believe you now.
Yeah. Because on any post plant on that bomb site, you drop that smoke. If you have one smoke, you drop it there.
Ooh, Nekez with a 1D on Art. That was a nice shot. Art just barely peeked it. It was instantly head blown off. But Furia still take over middle, peeking around. They don't see anyone, so. And one does connect, but doesn't get the kill with the scout. And Yuri's going to rush through and killing Nekez in the process. Lucas, though, is able to get 2 kills of himself. And now it's a 2-on-3. Furia, they're getting flanked as well.
Yeah, this is a problem. Did he have a... I don't know. Never mind. Seal has the bomb. Now down to Vinny. He's going to have to push through this, surely. No. He's going to wait it out. Because he gave his position away.
He did. And
so I don't know there. I feel like if you give your position away, you might as well just push through it and try to just gamble the frag. But the weird thing as well is all the gambles run. And this is what happens sometimes when the round gets weird, is that it all falls to chaos and everyone's taking weird gambles and no one's playing as a team.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you have this situation where there's a smoke down. They still have bomb control. It's a 3v3, and you're trying to spray through a smoke against a guy who's got a deagle, and it's... So, look, 3v3, you got the guns. Bring the bomb back. Figure it out. But that's how Counter-Strike goes. It's all good. They have the opportunity to do the same thing to Luminosity. 3 smokes, 2 flashbangs. They might go for that pistol round strat, maybe. We'll see. I mean, they have to... The difference here is that the site will be contested. Wow, he's just going in there. Oh my god, that's scary, isn't it?
So the Mac 10 flying around in middle, but he's not able to do much because his teammates aren't there with him, so it's kind of a distraction. And he's able to escape, which is a huge plus. And if you're Luminosity, you want to get that kill to punish him for doing something silly like that to you.
If abandoned B completely. 3, 4 players to defend.
Oh, hey, what is that?
Lucas, what are you doing, mate? What is happening? Very nice deagle there. Can he find anything else? Another 1D. He will go a long way! And that deagle shot was a long way away. Vidi looking quite strong there. Still, though, in position for the spray down. And that will be a wrap, most likely. K Serato. Ghost picks up the AW. Is that an AK? AK. It's ambitious, but will be the 4K for Steel. Holds it down, despite being shot in the face by his teammate. No hard feelings, no harm, no foul. 10-8 for Luminosity as they start to establish themselves here.
And here's one of the concerns of Luminosity. You look at Hen 1, who, I mean, you look at the names of Luminosity and you have, on paper, a lot of good names. They should be a really good team. But then you look at Hen 1. He's the only one that's kind of he's sometimes really, really inconsistent. A lot of Luminosity's losses, you'll see him kind of just, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, you'll see him on the bottom on a lot of their losses, and you know, he is an impact player. He should be. He's an opper, and oppers should be big impact players. And when Henny's on fire, he can carry the team too. So I'd just like to see more consistency from him, and not be such like, you know, 5 and 12 kind of score. Like maybe, you know, 9 and 12 or 10 and 12, something where you're not so far behind in terms of getting those kills.
So now here it is, the Furia special, Krieg, Blitzkrieg. Over the top of the flames, Art wants to get in there. I love how active Art is. He's just all about just getting in there. I think it's awesome to see.
Trying to find that timing window to catch a CT off guard, but the price to pay is you're pretty much giving away 64 HP.
I actually do think that it's underestimated that sometimes you can trade some health for a good timing. So, for example, you
Very
know,
underestimated.
taking some nades in the face to get a good timing, or taking not a lot of damage to get a good timing, and there's time and again I've seen very important entries being made by it. And he just has to play further behind his teammates now, you know, in this position. So it's not the end of the world. And here they go into the B-bomb sides. Running straight through, looking to peek wide. Can't do anything against pit position though. And this has really fallen flat on its face. Plenty of time for reinforcements. No damage done to Luminosity except forcing them to use some nades. MP9 coming in the back. And this is actually kind of scary because Luminosity has spent no money on guns, and they may not have to do so this round either, and Bolts is probably good for an upgrade. Yep, looks like the upgrade is available. Oh, no, actually, I didn't realize it's in the line of fire for Art, but it was. But still, 3 AKs on the CT side right now.
There's a lot of AKs for CT side, and Art does not have the bomb, either bombs and Bs, so has to save for the next round. I wonder if Luminosity maybe knows how, if Furia likes to run through Molotovs, because I already seen like within the last, you know, this game alone, Furia does, as you said, like to have those kind of timing plays, and so they're standing Molotovs, they're running through Molotovs to get that timing. I'm wondering if Luminosity's kind of abusing that in a way to where the previous round Luminosity or Furia tried to hit B, and they just kind of threw a Molotov really close, and you saw 2 Furia players just pretty much just keep holding W.
Stop.
What does it say on the bottom?
Probably says stop. The stop sign after all. Or do you not pay attention to such stop signs?
I don't know.
A lot of stop signs here in California driving around.
Are all stop signs octagons, even in other countries?
I don't know.
Is that a universal thing? Are stop signs octagons?
Don't know, mate.
Please tweet at DDK Esports.
All right. Well, oh, that nade might be good. Whoop.
Oh my goodness. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, another one. And another one.
And another one.
They serve their own, though, back into the bomb site, but I don't know, man. Lucas looking quite strong there. Flashes from his teammates coming up through heaven. He's going to slow things down with a quick smoke, and it's going to take more than just that cheeky 1D to do much for this. To take this bomb site, Lucas fighting desperately for it. The flash comes in, and so, I don't know where the teammates are. Where the Luminosity teammates at? They're taking a long time to get
what
here.
happened?
I felt like they had so much time to get here, but it's a 2 versus 2. That molly should deal with Yuri. Actually, he gets out of position, but he's forced to headshot, and Steel will abuse that fact. Abel, open peek, knows where the second player is. He knows his checkers. Steel knows he's there as well, but that is a stunning shot from Abel to finish it off for the quad kill. And I don't think Furia had any business winning that round, but they forced the issue. They made it work. They took it by force.
And it's definitely a blunder by Luminosity. As you said, the rotations were so slow. You'd think they'd be a little quicker. And not only that, Abel is able to win a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-2 situation with no armor. He didn't have any armor. And there was nades flying, so that's really impressive to be able to hit those shots and just being kind of cooped up there in the bomb site.
Yeah, it was really, really impressive. I didn't actually realize that he had no Kevlar. Had to hit the first couple bullets, and he did. More presence in mid here from Luminosity. I think Nex was not spotted where he was. Art, what a save. He absolutely saved his teammates there. Art's, I like, again, how active and fast he is around the map, and we'll see a fast round here from Furia as they start to bombard this A bomb site, looking to get the split between Highway and Squeaky. Bolts looking to hold down the quad position with Henry, as Henry, yes, he is spotted out and traded out. Steal there from A main. Yuri has a bullet with his name on it, and that was a very fast-moving affair. But Furia, they're finding some success finally, and they're doing it in a fashion in which
they have no fear.
Luminosity's economy is not going to be able to withstand.
And I think the no fear thing kind of works because the whole team's playing like no fear. You see Furia constantly run through Molotovs, constantly just jump through smokes. And it's usually the bad move to do, but if they're all doing it and it's working, is it really the bad move to do? I mean, it's catching Luminosity off guard a lot of these rounds where they're just swarming them.
Indeed. There you go, that's what the Krieg is for. It's long range shots, the consistency. It's very accurate. It's a very, very accurate gun. Patient Caserato doesn't want to peek across and be exposed to bolts. And this is kind of like the first half, suddenly. Suddenly, Furia find a pace. They find some momentum. And they will keep trucking. Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. And Luminosity, they're going to buy up, but they're very low on utility and no kit in the works, so they do not want to see a bomb situation go down. If the numbers are even, they'll try and get picks here. Hen 1 has a pretty decent spawn. Let's see if he tries to swing wide in B. He'll take that kind of checkers drip spawn area. Oh, that's a bad smoke. Oh, someone's going to have to go over the demo and tell them that they need to fix that smoke. Obviously, you do not want a gap in there. Ooh, I like this. As you can see here, Yuri's trying to fake over here in the A bomb site. He does sneak in towards red box. Caserado's still making noise, and this fake isn't working kind of brilliantly, but Luminosity, they know. Maybe they know that this not coming in, because you usually see a lot more Furia members once they do this kind of explosion execute that piece. So Luminosity knowing their opponent, knowing that they can't be all there. There's something awry.
There's something in the air.
Tonight.
And it ain't love. It is a cold and bloodthirsty bunch of Furia players as they start to work on that A-bomb site. Moving quickly up now, Lucas finds himself one, but can the Tees make their way onto the plant? And it looks like they can. The bomb, though, that's finding in the open. Neckers will take him out. And the second. Now the bomb, not so recoverable. 12 seconds, though. Got to do it. There's no choice. Has to go for the bomb. And the CTs know it. Neckers, all he has to do is slow him down. Gets the frag. And that's a wrap.
There. That's a weird bomb placement spot.
It's because...
so far up.
It's because... Who was... I think it was it Vinny or Art? I'm not sure who it was. Or Abel. Somebody that wasn't Caserato was dueling the car player in the open around E-Box. And it was very unnecessary, ultimately. I mean, I didn't see how it went down. Sometimes, obviously, you get an engagement. You're like, I'm going to take this engagement. Like, it's an engagement I'm going to take. But he died. Then the player trying to trade him had to go through a smoke and died, because it's not a great way to trade. It's going through a smoke. And, yeah, that all fell apart. And it's not really the kind of time that you want things to fall apart like that. It's, you know, that it should be 12-12 for Furia. And, you know, the only thing that I suppose could really, you know, arguably go their way is if they find a way to win this round where their economy kind of sucks and they're forcing it up. Obviously, they're taking the time out to figure this out. Should they not? Luminosity's money will be broken for quite some time. And that will allow Furia to get ahead. So this match, I think, really, or this map really rests on this map round here. And they got a Galil, a Mach 10, and a P250. So here goes a flash for middle. Big flash. That's going to do the job. Keserato on the Krieg. Gotta love the confidence that they put into the Kriegs. Lucas, though, traded out. That's good. That's a good stop. Henny with the AWP on the bomb side. That surely should be enough. Is there any utility here to stop him? He whiffs the first shot. Doesn't go deep enough. Flashes to be sent through to the sky. Vinny creeps around. Headshot takes down Henny. All of a sudden, with the trades on towards the bomb site and the bomb that can now be planted. Furia looking good here. Ooh, just making a way across the Heaven Peak. And Yuri goes to the corner of the site now. Does he go for that back plant? He can't. He's going to die to the flames. Surely, no, goes for the default plant. The bad plant. In comes Art from the back. Where did he come from? Now he's going to pick up a new gun, and this trades central. How did they pull that one out the bag?
I don't know, but I mean, Furia, they're like, I'm watching them play, and their timing, and they're smoking, flashing Molotovs, and their routes are so crisp, and I wonder what their practices are like, because they seem on point. A lot of their moves seem automatic. Like, they're smoking, flashing, and then they're going. They're exploding, and there's no hesitation. They're just wild, and it looks so chaotic, but you can't be that chaotic and that coordinated. So these guys have their strats down and their timing and teamwork down to a really good a point. Luminosity here, though, is doing really good on their CT side in general. Just really good crossfires, good stacks. They're like reading Furia pretty well for the most part.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes down to familiarity with the team as well. And Yuri will find himself one. They've got the bomb site now, and so the picked up weapon for Henny shouldn't really amount to much. And this is what he talks about. That previous round, you know, everything rested on that because the economy for Luminosity became broken, and you can see that even though Henny gets a kill here, he should really try to save this gun. It will probably pay off. They'll be buying next round regardless, so sure, there's that argument. But having extra cash here will absolutely pay off because Furia still have to win a few rounds to take this match. And so we'll see whether or not that will be the case, but I think this one will go to down to the wire. And
give me the goddamn mic.
Well.
He's appeared.
James Bardoff has arrived.
Hello.
What do you want? What are you doing? What do you want?
What do you want? What are you doing here?
What is your purpose here?
I got my passport back from the US Embassy, so I'm good to go now.
State your purpose.
I'm back, baby. My older visa was expiring in 4 days. So I had to get a new one in a little time I was in London. And here I am.
Nice.
You thought you'd escaped me, Dan, but I'm back.
How's Zac Efron? How's he doing?
Do you know what? My internet died about 4 hours into the flight, so I couldn't get an answer on his opinion on people going to the toilet in their socks. But looks like a close map one. The Brazilian matchup. Oh, Cash, maybe one of the last few times we'll see it. He's blind, he said that! That's what's going on!
I like the hype. You're here. You missed yesterday. The marathon.
Gonna shove it all into one round. Vinny on the bomb sites, and Furia looking confident finally in actually taking these bomb sites, and Luminosity will try to creep, but they'll be denied, and they might have to go for a save here because their money is, again, not perfect. Far from it. I think they're going to lose this game.
Who?
Luminosity. I think it's happening.
Whose pick is it?
That's a good question. I can't remember. I think
Not
it is.
amateurs.
I think it's Furia's pick.
Cash is Luminosity's pick.
Oh, it is Luminosity's pick? Okay.
I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Educated guess. Educated guess.
So how have they looked so far, Luminosity, in this game?
The CT side, they look pretty well. They're on point. They kind of it feels like they know what periods, how they're maneuvering in the map. a very explosive play. A lot of Furia's Molotoving, like running through smokes, Molotov, and Luminosity knows this.
All right.
But they know the intimacy of Furia, and so, but in the last couple rounds, since you've joined, they've been losing, so I don't know if it's something with you.
Confirmation on
I think
Luminosity's
it's a
pick.
1 round, technically speaking.
Who's it picks? Is it
Luminosity.
Yeah. So I'd say it was a correct, educated guess.
They're losing that.
They are losing.
They are losing. They're
They're
ahead
a
for a while.
round down.
There's a couple rounds where Furia kind of stolen away from Luminosity. Specifically, Abel winning that 1-on-2 on kind of like a weird force buy, but Furia's just showing a lot of confidence. I think I'm scared of Luminosity.
Yeah, it's actually funny because Caserato is the one that's struggling to get the kills, but it just shows the depth on the team overall. I've been enjoying Art a lot and his maneuvering. He's a very fast player. He just doesn't have any fear as well. Very, very explosive. Either way, into the next one, and ooh, Furia deciding to take 4 players towards B storage straight away. Is this going to be another fast B? Because they've actually had a lot of success with that. It might work out. It's only 1 man here.
Smokes to do the job though. Ooh, he's going to ring the bell, baby. Yuri down to 11 HP already. He will expect someone to be outside of B-bomb site. Of course, the grenades will give a clue away as well. So you can see Furia continuing to keep up the pace. Is the cavalry on the way? Will there be flashbangs over the top? There's the first one, but they're not facing just Gel, or are they? 2 kills for both sides, and this might be a problem for Luminosity. Now, do they want to really go for this? Smoke's out of the site already. Bolt's pushing, throwing a smoke in, which he could try to... Okay, that's kind of a random smoke. I guess it might have collided with somebody. But more about that later. Bolt makes his way in, and there's the bomb now. Maybe Furia just waiting a little too long. 2 versus 2. They don't have the bomb anymore, really. Ooh, that was puncturing. I felt that one in my chest. Yuri now 4 HP to try and clutch this round. It started off so well. 1v1. He expects to go up top. Running out bullets. Still not trying to punish, though. Underneath him. And maybe he was going to the A site. I don't know, but didn't quite work out for Furia. A close one, but a much-needed win for Luminosity.
Indeed, and Bolts, he got a kill that round. I'm taking note with Bolts. He started off, I think, 15-2. He's now 19-20.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So that's definitely a big turnaround since his, I guess, first like 4, 5, 6 rounds at the half. I mean, he started off really hot, really like in a lot of rounds, and now he's just, where is he?
So on the CT side, he's been deleted repeatedly.
Completely deleted.
So there's a fast B storage play now. It's fast A main. They're just really mixing it up. Ooh, that looked like it could have been a double, but they're going to get eliminated one after the other. Steel gets taken out so quick. That was so fast. That was so fast. The bomb site's gone. It's just gone.
Well, the bomb will be collected. 4v2. What can you do in this spot? The money absolutely sucks. It is in the bin for Luminosity. They'll have some loss bonus, but it's not looking good for them. Fury about to make it to game point. Bolt's still facing. There's a retake smoke towards A main. Where is his teammate? In the mid position, moving up the highway area. So they're going for it. Lucas for some pre-fire towards Squeaky Door. That door being open is a pain. We've got the post-plant smoke. Ooh, that's going to be... Oh, not even the HE. It'll be the gun. But the clock is ticking. Boltz is the only man with a kit. He's the one further away from the site. And I feel like they're at the point of no return, really. I don't feel like they can win it. Stereo frags for Furia. And there is game point for the aforementioned.
Oh, no, the money. The money.
Furia's taking the timeout now. All right. I don't know if Illuminati even taking one this game yet, but they're low on money. As you say, they do have some little utility. Let's see if Hen 1 will dig up, maybe get a kit. You have to get a kit. It's last round.
Their money sucks, though. Oh, did he already buy everything?
Not yet.
No.
He's won nothing.
I've been liking the pace though of Furia. We've casted a Vengar in the EU series, and they'd execute it with 15 seconds left every single round of every map. You know, Navi 2015. But this one, Furia is explosive. It's getting me going.
Yeah, they got some really fast plays. They do mix it up like in a good way too, so that's been enjoyable. And you can see that's when they started taking rounds. Once they started being way more explosive, they started to find a lot more success. But Luminosity, they're going to struggle here without the proper equipment to deal with the Furia onslaughts onto these bombs. There's a stack of 4 players towards the A side. That's a gamble and a half if ever I've seen one at the beginning of the round. Really expecting that perhaps, okay, Furia with these really fast paces that maybe they're just going to try to shove all in right at the beginning. And they've got 2 players out middle for free, and they have a good A split. So even though there's 4 players on the A side, this split should still be strong for Furia.
This is nasty. Moving up the highway position though, there is potential crossfire between car and the forklift area as well, so not as easy as it might seem despite the positions. So far so good for Luminosity, but they still need to win out as well. Take it to overtime, 4 versus 3. No weapons collected just yet. Henny trying to switch out for something, got himself a Krieg. Lucas says hello and runs off. So that's one of the 4 players known. So Furia not committing into the A bomb site, that might allow some rifles to be collected, and indeed, you can see indeed, yeah, Neckers and Hen1 both on rifles now. We've got some sound cues for Lucas, but how many kills is he good for? They've got a bait set up, but who's going to be the bait? Henny going to switch out for second. That's a big headshot just before the smoke goes down, and it gets worse for Furia.
Henny coming alive here, 3 kills. He was very quiet this entire match, and for Luminosity, you need Henny to step up. You need everyone at this point. Yuri will put down the bomb, and here comes the onslaught from Luminosity. Yuri takes out Steel, but he's getting surrounded here. He's getting a little pressure. Oh, Neck is taking him out.
Oh my God.
Bringing it to OT. We thought Furia might run away with this, but guess what? There's a whole nother game.
Give me overtime, man. I need to warm up.
You
Well,
want some juice?
Gonna
You
have
want
to ice the kicker, as the Bears like to say, because we have a quick break. Coming up, we'll find out who will take this one in overtime after said break. See you back here shortly. And we're back. It's overtime between Furia and Luminosity. Luminosity finding a way just to scrape by at the ends. Luminosity, they're looking to ruin the dreams of Furia, but they need to continue in a said fashion. And they haven't generally been finding reliable solutions on their CT side. It's the chaos. That's where they've been finding solutions, and that's not reliable.
Pop flash take of A main. Forward play from Luminosity, and they need to, because Furia have often just gone straight towards B, straight towards A, so Probably going to see a heavy rotation towards that B bomb site. We see a second player making his way there already. Art harassing Henny, but he needs something to try and make this play, but he can't get the flash that stops Henny. He'll kill him regardless. So they've got control of A main, and they've got a man advantage now in Luminosity, and they have to be expectant towards B.
That's what I gotta do in CT. Gotta take control of the map. And here comes the execute as this B bomb site. Molotovs, Hellfire's coming everywhere, but that doesn't stop Lucas. He pushes through, gets the kill, Steel helping him out. And just like that, that B explosion is shut down, as you said, through chaos. He can be easily shut down by the other team if they know what's coming.
Yeah, marvelous from Luminosity, the forward play towards A main, the pick in mid. They had the pop flash over the top as well. It's hard to see that on your screen. Often when someone who's rotating towards B throws a flashbang through the balcony, which allowed Lucas to peek from the site, gets a free kill on the player moving in with the bomb, and then they just went down like dominoes after that. So Luminosity off on the right foot in the first round of overtime.
It's going to be the Kriegs again, as we are so used to from Furia, and just up to his usual shenanigans. He loves to get out there real fast, and Luminosity don't really have much to stop him for now. He'll get his way to white box, which allows Furia now to set up elsewhere on the map. So there's so many options. Does Art go aggressive? He's got the Krieg. He's sneaking into Z connector. Would you believe it? Lucas picks up a frag. There's no trade because the nade was in the hand, but Art is creeping in the back. It's all about him. Can he find the right timings? Oh, no, no, no! Steel takes him out. Art's there's Orphanauts.
Credit for Lucas staying alive as well. He's got the information as to Vinny's position. Nekis didn't realize he'd be exposed, but he's learned something about the map now as it disappears from the map pool, of course. Steel taken out towards B. It was looking so good for Luminosity. What is going on now? Henny, who's got a scope in, doesn't want to reveal his position though, so it'd have to be a quick one. He hears the play going towards headshot, but he's maybe hoping for someone else, lining up the HE grenade for the usual plant spot for the vent position. Went as delayed as he could, but still Furia taking their time to get to the bomb site. And that means that their smokes will go as well. They don't have any more smokes, so Henny's got his open season for him. Bolt's coming out now, causing huge problems. They've just taken too long, Furia. 2 versus 1. Vinny's alone. He spots the Molotov. He's got 30 seconds. He can wait it out, but his time to plant the bomb is running low.
Bolt's coming live with the 2 kills, and Vinny, look at that, taking 4 HP from that Molotov. It's going to be very difficult for him to close this out. But Luminosity patiently playing. Little poke from Hen 1. Doesn't capitalize though from Vinny. And now the bomb goes down.
Or not.
Or not.
Pretty much guaranteed bomb plant then. So tried to play the bomb plant game. They didn't take the bait, and then his opportunities went to 0.
Yeah, Nekis almost kind of threw that round away for not knowing that spot can be seen from under vent angle. Luckily for Luminosity, Bolt's coming with a hero play through the vent, getting those 2 kills. Showing signs of life a little bit. Bolt's started really hot this map, but... Oh. What?
Highway smoke, isn't it?
The new smoke.
Oh, no,
No,
it's
it's for the roof. I
the-
think Snacks used to throw it like that as well.
Yeah, the...
It takes way too long to line up. There's easier ways to do that one.
Well, they've had some solid executes in the middle position of Furia. This time they don't get the start they wanted, but a trade might be enough. So there's no trade. 2 for 1. Surely that favors Luminosity. You already have the first 2 rounds of this overtime, and Yuri's on 1 HP. This is a disastrous start for Furia.
It felt so promising for them, but it seems like their eyes are about to be closed by Force here. Luminosity just taking all advantages. 1 HP Yuri against 3 Luminosity players. And he is coming in late, and the bomb is down, and Luminosity know that. By the time he rises to the door, I think most smokes will go down, which actually, I mean, there's nothing that can really help him here. The door, is it closed? No, it's not. At least it's open. But you can see that Steel's watching this, so there it is. He's been spotted, 1 HP, see you later. 18-15, Luminosity now just need 1, and they're going to take this.
Well, how about that?
Oh yeah,
What
James,
a turnaround.
you also picked Luminosity to win.
I did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Looking good for you so
Yeah,
far.
it is. So I'm surprised to see that kind of score on Hen 1 on a nice open map like Cash with AWP, but credit to Furia. Again, their executes in mid have been on point. smoking off the usual positions. It was great when we saw the flashbang over the top, down the middle of the roof, so it doesn't team flash the teammates through the windows as they throw their own flashes through and so on. So I suppose he's been negated, but the rest of the team picking up the slack. 5 scopes for Furia, 2 AWPs and 3 AUGs as they try to defend 3 game points. This is not a comfortable position for them to be in anymore.
And you see Furia, they've been always sending a lot of times 1 or 2 people in that CT mid, especially under the vents, a very strong spike. You listen for rotations if the T's are sloppy on that kind of front, but looks like the T's are taking their time, they're walking. Yuri though, go for a drop. A little risky, but Luminosity cannot capitalize in a shot. Neck is getting legged, but still Art gets taken out in the process. Ooh. Okay.
Art was so good in the first half as well. Or like, was it the second half? No, it's first half, I think, yeah. Whenever they were CT, he was just lighting them up with the AWP in the fast, aggressive plays. So for him to go down like that is, not great. But Yuri does find the pick there, spots the second towards B storage. So that's a lot of info. You know, that's there's pressure towards A as well, though. So it's really hard for him to know what's going on. It'd be great if they get some information, but still will absolutely annihilate K-Serato. And speaking of Henny not having many frags, K-Serato in exactly the same boat, which is surprising. But Yuri, can he do it? Can he save them? Because if he loses this clutch, that's it. It's over. It's a wrap. Oh, God, the smoke in CT. Come on.
Are they going to give him a 1v1? Flashbang. Oh, there was his chance, but it's not going to work out for him. Luminosity steal the first map away from Furia after being against game points in normal time.
So yeah, it seemed like Luminosity, they got off to a great start here. You can see it went to like 1-6, and then all of a sudden Furia start winning rounds. Art comes alive. We saw this great pistol actually from Furia where they had 4 players on utility, constantly re-smoke the bomb site, and Luminosity can never move into to defuse the bomb. So that was really cool. So lots of great stuff here from both sides. I was actually surprised to see quite a strong performance from Luminosity, and in the way that we saw it as well. I think, as you guys mentioned, with Henny's performance, you know, not really expecting him to struggle, but he did. And I'm really curious which way this will go. I think we have Inferno coming up next with these teams. So no idea how to predict this. Domestic matchup, I think it's already proving to be as you would expect a domestic matchup to be.
Yeah, Furia, they were pretty explosive for the most of the game, and that's where they found a lot of their rounds was just being explosive, fast, in your face. But then again, at this level, you have to learn and be able to change it up when it's not working. And the problem with being so explosive and fast all the time, you're loud, you're almost not predictable, but you're telling the other team, hey, I'm over here, we're smoking, we're flash, we're going to explode. And so kind of catches, like, you know, it gets the other team comfortable a little bit, like they always hear you coming, you know, they always feel you coming around the corner, so it kind of prepares you just a little bit more than, let's say, a contact explosion play out of nowhere.
Indeed, and that's going to be it for the statistics. I think there's too much to go into. And I see Mr. Barlow is back.
Hey, we've got this shot now.
I'm straight from the plane, more or less, so I'm just like, you know, wearing a hoodie and stuff. Hi.
Nice.
What does it say about us?
This is weird. I never sit in this seat. This is unusual.
Is this your seat?
This is my seat, yeah.
You want to switch? I'm down to switch.
After the break, we can do it.
Yeah.
I've been sitting this all last 2 days, and I've been sweating pretty bad.
Okay.
So just letting you know.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
Just think I've got loads of layers on, I guess.
Well, with that said, we'll
bring some soap.
We'll go to a quick break. We'll be back, and we'll bring you the second map of this series, the last series of today, semi-final here at ECS Season 7, Week 3. See you very shortly.